How's it, everybody? Celtic Link here. We're back for another Dokkan Battle video. In today's video, we are continuing our 2023 versus 2025 series. This time we got the TEQ LR ZAMASU, right? We kind of figured, right, these were the most iconic units, I feel like, from 2023, so we've kind of been starting with the worldwide celebration units. So far we've got Trunks, we've got Vegito Blue, and now, of course, we got ZAMASU. So this one's an interesting, so I chose to go with Blue Goku for this stage because, right, I feel like this won't be like a big attack stack fight for him, like how we were able to pull off with Trunks and Vegito, but more so actually showing he's actually kind of, like, without any shenanigans, he's actually kind of viable here, right? Like, if there was a Battle of Fate mission for this fight against Blue Goku, he would totally be useful here. Like, the only thing we got going for us is a support memory, and it's just the double ZAMASU support memory, the two ZAMASUs, just to get that extra. I think it's what, a 10% boost, so it's honestly not even that crazy. But we're going to keep him linked to Full Power Frieza here, just because Full Power Frieza is going to dominate the crap out of Goku here. But also they do share 4 links, so it's pretty much the best we're going to get out of here. But we probably won't be tossing him in slot 1 too often, just because, I mean, as you're going to see here, right, like even post Super right there, now granted he's not fully built up yet, right, that's okay. Well, this turn not too bad, but you know, turns beyond this, right, even with us trying to keep down the attack lowering as much as we can, like, he's gonna take a bit of damage, but I feel like we got a good setup here. We do have Grade 8 Vegeta here. We are running the Battle of Fate lead, if you haven't noticed that yet, under the Goku Frieza, and we probably won't even use the Goku form of this fight, for this fight. Maybe we might switch in for a little extra offense here and there, but for the most part, we're pretty much going to be keeping him in the Frieza state, and that is because in that state, we actually have the ability to launch 3 attack lowering supers. So, I mean, that's kind of really useful in this fight. So the plan is get Grade 8 Vegeta and the 4s together. I chose not to go with AGL Super Saiyan 4 Goku just because I feel like he's going to mess things up a little bit. Grade 8 Vegeta kind of gives us a more consistent slot 1. Not to say that we couldn't build up to it with AGL 4 Goku, but I don't know, I felt like this was the better way to go about it. Although having his support with the 4s could probably speed this process along up. You know, you could probably do it either way. What you might notice here is the sneak of Int ZAMASU, though, if you haven't noticed, right? We were able to get the orbs with him and get his 24 key, which means he's going to launch, or not his 24 key, his 18 key, and which means we will be able to launch a couple attack lowering supers. Along with his greatly raising defense, he's going to be able to tank the normals here. So as long as he can avoid a super, he's going to be okay. There we go. All right, we get another. Oh, nope, that's not a super. That's a normal on the 4s here. Excellent. There we go. All right, the 4 is going to eat this super for double digits. We know that. This is going to be easy. There it is. Alright, and then so 18 key, not going to do a whole lot, but of course the what we're really after here is the 12 key, which does lower attack. And then of course now we've got ZAMASU greatly lowering attack here. Excellent, there we go. Yeah, he's not going to be doing a whole lot of damage, obviously, because of Blue Goku's damage barrier. But as you can see, right, he's here strictly to lower the attack, and of course he can tank the normals for double digits, which is kind of all we need. So let's see what happens. Let's chuck ZAMASU here in slot 1. I'm imagining he's not going to eat this super very well even after all the attack lowering, but let's see. But having Frieza, yeah, okay. And of course, it's the first thing they hit. So, like, if it wasn't the first thing, we'd probably be okay. But since it is, it means we're going to take a bit. Yeah. Not too bad. It could have been a lot worse, actually. There we go. Actually, we did get a big one. We did get a big attack stat there. Okay. There we go. Alright, and then we let Frieza just kind of go crazy here in slot 1. Or slot 2, rather. Perfect. And now the Frieza side of Goku and Frieza can go ahead and just slap on those attack lowering supers for us. Because, I mean, that's really going to be the trick here, is to keep those attack lowering, to keep the attack lowering up as much as we can. Because that's what's going to get us the that's what's going to get us the victory here. All right, we get another one. Perfect. There we go. And then watch this. They're going to eat this for double digits. Perfect. Alrighty, so let's swap this, maybe. Let's see. Well, yeah, I feel like getting the offense boost on the Goku would be helpful. But at the same time, I feel like with Zamasu on the next rotation, I feel like we need the attack lowering. So let's just stick with it. Honestly, I wish he attack lowered in both forms. He should have just kept the attack lowering in both forms, honestly. Alright, nice. We get that with Grade 8 Vegeta. Yeah, so we got our rotations pretty much set up. So now it's just a matter of getting through to the final phase. Remember, we are dealing with a 1.5 billion HP stat here, so it's gonna take us a little minute to get there. But, I mean, honestly, we're doing a pretty... We're not doing too bad, considering it's only turn 4. Could be a lot worse. We've moved slower. Alright, here we go. We get another super. Excellent. Alrighty, the 4 is stacking up nicely here. Alright, and they should eat this pretty well. Yep, double digits. Yeah, I don't think we're going to have any problems with them in slot 2 here. Kind of wishing I brought AGL Forku now, though, right? Now that I'm thinking about it, right? Because at this point, right, after this turn, we absolutely could shift them into slot 1, and then we can start building AGL Forku, honestly. And then, you know, the added support would definitely speed this along. Ooh, ouch. Okay, a little more than I thought he was going to take there, but that's okay. Alright, and then so I think we're gonna have to go slot 1 again with Zamasu. Or maybe not. Maybe we do this. Let's see if we can get the key to fall. Oh wow, that didn't. That's exactly the same. Good God. Okay, why is it? Am I missing something here with Zamasu? Why is he is just changing all the wrong keys here, I guess, is what it is. Alright. Okay, so full power Frieza. Yes, he does tank this, right? In slot 1 with his added damage reduction. Yeah, he's good. Alright, would have preferred him in slot 2 at this point just because it would move things along a little bit faster, but that's okay. Alright, we get another super. Right, because in slot 2, since we already got hit last turn, right, in slot 2, he would have the additional supers, which we do kind of want. I mean, not to say that, you know, the 3 we're getting here is bad. Still good. Excellent. And super is on Frieza. That's great. Now, at least we know it's there is a big risk factor here, right? Like, TEQ ZAMASU is, well, not going to be doing the craziest amount of things, right? It's still going to live a super from here. Oh, wow, those normals are doing a lot. Okay, maybe he might not. Okay, but ZAMASU absolutely will die to a super, so... And we have no Scouter, except once we transform Gogeta. So, it is a bit of a risk factor here, but the payoff is, of course, in the crazy amount of attack lowering that is occurring here. Yeah. Yeah, and looking at his passive, he randomly it's just a random type that he changes to Ent, and we just suck, apparently. We're just getting, like, the worst types. Okay, here we go. Full 24 key with them, though. I can take that. Okay, so I feel pretty... So since we have the other Frieza on the other rotation, we could be pretty confident in dropping this Goku in on slot 3 here, so he can at least get some attack raise. Ooh, wow. Gradient Vegeta took a lot more than I thought he was going to take there. I mean, granted, you know, this Goku has built up a little bit, but still. Excellent. Okay. Now let's let the 4s get their build a little bit. 21 million we're up to. That's good. We get another super here. So yeah, I mean, like, compared to, like, the Jiren fight or whatever for this guy, you know, because honestly, like, the longer the fight goes on, not to say that this fight isn't going on a while, but the longer the fight goes on, the more trouble he's going to have, especially on a team like this. But a team like this can work for a fight like Blue Goku, where it's a single phase that we have to manage, and of course that we can utilize attack lowering. Although, I mean, it would be kind of cool, I guess, to see if we can get him to, I mean, I'm sure we could get him to AGL Jiren and just pop Infinite Zamasu against him. There we go. Alright, we get those attack raises with the Blue Goku. And then now we can go ahead and... Oh, we do have Zamasu, but I don't know if I want to use it just yet. I would like to get him below 50% before we start doing that. Alright, so let's put Frieza in front again. There we go, let's do that. After seeing how much damage, especially since we're not at full HP here, after seeing how much damage he took there, yeah, this is probably the better choice. Now, Frieza will get Ki on Super, so we shouldn't have to worry too much about, we should still be able to get the 18 Ki here. Okay, those crits off of full power Frieza, though, are definitely helping out a lot. Perfect. Okay, we are getting to a pretty good position here, actually. Alright. So a little bit lower on the attack here, but at least we're getting the 18 Ki and we get the low... Oh, jeez. Okay, so now here we go. This is where things are going to start to look ugly. Ooh, 400k. Ouch. Okay, but we live, and that's kind of all that matters. 20 mil on the Frieza here. Alright, and then of course we get the attack lowering super on the 12 keys. Next phase, I feel... This is going to be a little scary. I feel like we gotta pop... Yeah... Okay. Next phase, we'll pop Giant Form with the Grade 8 Vegeta. That's probably the play. That way we can at least cancel the supers and protect Insamas, because, I mean, he'll probably still take double digits on the normals, but at least this way we remove the risk entirely of getting a super thrown at us. So let's pop Grade 8 Vegeta here. Let's grab that. Okay, and then let's grab the single key sphere. Oh. Actually, that's not going to work at all. Alright, let's just grab that. I was thinking we saved the orbs for Insamas, but that's actually not going to work at all. Because we're probably going to get a second turn with him anyways, so... There we go. Hey, I do like that they actually made his giant form actually useful and deal damage now. Excellent. Okay. Alright, now since both supers did occur during this turn, we should... It should cancel the super coming out of the phase here. Alright, let's grab that. Oh, wow, this did... What if we take the one here? Oh, yeah, that did. That went a little better. Okay, so we take the one there. Perfect, so we'll get the 18 key on both. Excellent. Let's see here. 15 mil on the 12 key. We do pull an additional super on the second Giant Ape. There we go. And then 18 key, we get 18 mil. No additional super. Okay, but we still did a pretty good chunk of damage there. So now we exit Giant Form. And let's see. Does Insamas still change? He should change key spheres here, right? He did. Okay. Not the ones we wanted, but we'll take it. Okay, so, you know, I'm thinking... Let's find out where the super is. Just to be sure. I'm pretty sure it's no super. Yes. Okay, it did work. No super. So... Wow, that didn't change any good rainbow key shares at all either. Okay. Alright, I guess we take this... Yeah, let's take that. Sucks for Zamasu here, but I think we can make it work. Let's grab that. Yeah, and then we can grab the tech key shares with him. But first we gotta we're gonna pop his active skill. Not doing anything, but it'll just give us a little bit of a stat buff here. And then we'll grab that. Not enough to get the 18 key, but at least with the 12 key, we'll still get some attack lowering. And it's just normals that we're taking here, since we, you know, the Scatteron Gogeta here did tell us that there is no super, so at least we don't have to worry about that. Excellent. We get another one. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. A little earlier than I wanted to transform. Like, had I known there'd have been no super here, I might have just held off, right? Transforming them and just let them stack a little bit more, but obviously we needed to make sure there was no super here so we could maybe move some people around if we needed to, right? Like, if there was going to be a super, we would have probably tried to position Insamas so he wouldn't have to take it. Excellent. Okay, so decent chunk this turn. I don't think he's quite below 50% though, because if he was, we would be able to pop. Well, maybe he is. Hard to tell with the bars here. All right, here we go. So some more attack lowering supers with Zamasu. There we go. We get another super here. All right, so great turn on the attack Lawrence, and now we just have to hope that we can live the normals here. We do for double digits. Excellent. Okay, is he below 50%? He's not. Wow, that's impressive. He's not below 50%. Okay, so let's pop Infinite Zamas here. Maybe change some keys here. Just get a little bit of a heal going on. Alright, perfect. So, let's see here. Alright, let's grab that with Infinite Zamas. Ooh, wow, that didn't heal anything. Okay. Let's do that then. And we'll grab the... Actually... you know what? Knowing that was... I mean, that hardly did any damage. You know what? Knowing that, we should have swapped into Goku and used the heal, actually. That's what we should have done. Alright, well there goes the super on Infinite Zamas. He's not going to take anything. We should have swapped into Goku and used the heal. Ah, there we go. Both supers landed on Infinite Zamas, which means we take no damage here. Love to see it. Can Infinite Zamas actually deal damage? I don't know. It might be too low. Oh no, okay, we deal 15. Okay, not bad. No crit though. Beautiful. Alright, 32 mil on the Frieza. Okay, so if we come back around, if we end up coming back around in this rotation, we'll definitely be able to use his active skill. Alright, we get another super for 26. Excellent. Ooh, nope, that's a normal. I was going to say we get one more. Alright, 28 mil on the Frieza here. Excellent. We get those additional supers. Yes, we do for 19 million. Nice. One more? Yeah, 22 million on that last one there. Oh, okay, he's not done. We'll take it. Beautiful. Okay, we are really close to finishing this. And we're going to get the Dokkan attack next turn. Perfect. So we can't... Alright, there's the two supers. Alright, let's pop that. Let's just throw as much damage out as we can. Not that much, but we'll take it. Okay, let's pop Gogeta's active here. Nice. Okay, we got this. Alright, let's grab that with Gogeta. There we go. Nice full heal there. Grab that. And then let's send off the Frieza.
Time to get serious.
Alrighty. Nope. What's going on? Why is it not tapping? No! No! Why? Why is my phone not tapping? Oh man, that could have killed. Well, okay, maybe it wouldn't, but I mean, through the rest of Gogeta Supers, we absolutely... Oh man, is that really gonna mess us up here? Is that gonna mess us? Is that gonna be the death of us? Is that gonna be what kills us? Please tell me no. Alright, we got grade 8 Vegeta here. Oh, nice little counter. That's right. Okay. Bluff Kamehameha. Remember, this is ×4, what you're seeing there. Beautiful. Oh, okay, we could absolutely kill here between grade 8 Vegeta and Frieza, actually. Excellent. Okay, we get another super with Vegeta. Always this last little bit. It's always this last little bit. Oh, wow, he survived. Okay, and then he dies to the normal. Okay, alrighty. Well, there you have it, folks. There is 2023's Worldwide Celebration. TEQ ZAMASU versus the Blue Goku. One of the hardest 10th anniversary fights, right? I mean, brand new LRs are struggling in this fight right now. So yeah, I mean, it's a tough fight, and the fact that we managed to get this guy through. Now, to be fair, he was taking a bit of damage towards the end, but I mean, this is really right. If we want to talk about, like, you know, where to use units and whether or not they're still viable, right? You got to look at how they can be used, right? On the fact that despite this fight being as hard as it is, right, the fact that you can attack lower allows someone like TEQ ZAMASU to have a little bit of use. You know, maybe not priority use, but if you were still struggling for a mission that might have required him against this fight, then absolutely he would help you with that. So definitely pretty impressed that he was actually able to do it, right? Because, like, even some of the other showcases, like Trunks, there was no way we were doing this. The Blue Boys, no way we were doing this fight with them, right? The only reason we got away with it with them is because they could dodge in those other ones. So really, really impressed with ZAMASU here. And, you know, the 27 million we got out of him, that's actually pretty good. We could probably push him higher if we had other things on the team, but really we were focused on locking him down with the attack lowering. So that's the kind of build we went with here. So, guys, that is it for the video. If you liked the video, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. And in the comments down below, let us know who would you like to see next for our 2023 versus 2025 series. We've knocked out all of the worldwide celebration LRs except for Future Gohan. We will be doing his, kind of got a special thing in store for him, so make sure you guys tune in for that when it comes. But, you know, there are still tons of other TURs and other LRs from that year that I would love to get my hands on and try out here. But let us know who you're interested in seeing next. Otherwise, guys, as always, thanks for watching, and aloha.